kind of dark.
What's up?
Are we dark? If anyone's on here yet, no one's probably on yet.
I don't think so.
It kind of looks cool though with the lights and everything. Is that better?
Yeah, I think so.
You know, I don't like lights, but I guess we'll turn on the lights so you guys can kind of see us. Oh man, cool. Is this thing going now?
Sick.
I feel like we got so much stuff in here, but then when we go on the live thing, it looks like a complete blank white room.
Yeah, it kind of does.
You know, it's like
because all the stuff is on the sides.
Yeah.
Like over here, there's like a wall of amps, and over here, there's like a bunch of stuff. But
you know what we should have done? We should have. I wish you guys could see the other side. See, we should have put the computer on this side and face that way. But you know, that's all right.
It's all good.
Anyways, anyone on here yet? Okay.
Just talking to ourselves.
Yeah, we're kind of just going to talk with ourselves because, you know, this is going to turn into an actual YouTube video after it's done, so you guys can kind of, you know, watch it back if you missed the live stream. We got a new song. Stampede is the second single that we've put out from our upcoming instrumental record, which is going to have about 10 songs, something like that. And we've kind of just decided to release one per month as singles and then kind of package them all together at the end on an album. Just to kind of keep the ball rolling while we're working on another album that's going to actually have vocals. So that's kind of the way that we kind of decided to do it. But even though we are old school album guys, it just kind of, you know, with the times and how things are right now, it just kind of felt right to, you know, do it as singles and kind of give each song its attention.
Yeah, people got such short attention spans nowadays, you know, with the songs coming out as singles, and nobody sits down and listens to an entire album anymore. I mean, I still do, but
yeah,
we're old school album guys. I'm the guy that can put on a record on a day off and just sit there for 3 or 4 hours and just listen to music and just zone out.
Yeah, exactly.
But not everybody's like that, so we got to put out one song at a time and not bombard everybody with an entire album right out of the gate.
Yeah, because even as it is, a lot of these songs are like, you know, some of them are like over 5 minutes. And
yeah, they're longer songs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like a typical radio 3.5 minute, you know, verse, chorus, bridge, and then it's done. There's a lot of crazy guitar work. There's a lot of drum stuff. There's some ambient background, like orchestration, a lot of violins and cellos and other stuff. So
I think this song that we're putting out today is like probably the shortest song that we did out of all of them.
Yeah, I would say this is a good one to release early on because it's not going to scare everybody off immediately. We did Diesel Fuel, which was kind of the thrasher, just the old school Metallica vibe, and this one is more of a straight ahead rock and roll vibe with some Dream Theater-ish like guitar tapping stuff.
Yeah.
And we got some crazier stuff that we're going to release later, but we wanted to kind of dip people's toes in it first and not really, you know, slam them like a ton of bricks with a bunch of crazy stuff right out of the gate. So Diesel Fuel and Stampede are just two really good ones to start with.
Yeah, and you know, we kind of with Stampede, we kind of wanted one that just, I think the reason we called it Stampede is because it just sounded like it was just like momentum, you know, just like you know, when you think of Stampede, you think of obviously the real definition is like bulls or like animals or whatever, like, you know, like charging at you like a big stampede or whatever. But really like the meaning is just like, you know, stampede, like momentum, just something coming at you kind of thing. And so we kind of felt like that's what we were going for with this song. Not too progressive. Like James was saying, a lot of the other songs are kind of like that. So we wanted to have a couple that were just more rock and roll, kind of gives you a little bit of a taste of maybe what's to come on the vocals album. You know, kind of just the bare bones rock and roll, kind of hard rock. We still have our moments of kind of technicality in there.
Yeah. Because we got short attention spans too. We'll get bored. So we got to kind of let loose.
Yeah.
Do some shredding, do some blast beats, you know.
Absolutely. So yeah, this I don't know. This song was just one that kind of came fast, and it was one that we demoed over the break, the quarantine, and we ended up taking it to. We went to Clearwave Studio in Decatur, Alabama, which is about an hour south of Nashville.
Yep.
So
shout out to Jeremy Stevens if you're watching this. I don't know if you are, but he's the producer.
Yeah, Jeremy Stevens runs Clearwave Studio, and
I recorded the drums with him. He's super patient with me, and
yeah, he does a really good job of just getting very good raw tones. Like he's got a really good studio. The room sounds good. He's got a lot of old school like analog gear, which is what we love. We love the warmth of analog, and we kind of we're kind of a big believer in balance. We never like to lean. We're not going to be. We don't live in the dinosaur era to where we're going to insist that every little thing has to be analog all the time. But at the same time, we do love the old school stuff, so we want to incorporate that. But we kind of combined it with the modern punch and stuff too. So Chris Collier still mixed and mastered it. He kind of gives it that kind of modern edge to it. But so it's kind of a combination of some people helping us out.
Where did you come up with the riff for Stampede? Like, I'm not even sure what the inception of it was. Like, were you like, did you write it when you were still in LA?
Yeah. So yeah, a few years ago, the cool thing about the school that I went to in LA, Musicians Institute, MI, in Hollywood, the cool thing is it's open 24 hours. So it could be 3 a.m. And if you feel like jamming with some people or whatever, you can just go up there and jam, and you can be as loud as you want.
If you're alumni.
Yeah, if you're alumni.
You can't just be like Joe Blow off the street and walk in there.
Yeah. If you go there, or if you're an alumni, which is cool. So I don't know. I think it was one night I was jamming up there just with some friends that were like, hey man, you want to come jam? So I really think that jamming is a good way to just get out some ideas. Just things come to you naturally sometimes when you're not sitting down overthinking stuff. When you're just jamming with some people, it's especially if you have a chemistry with someone or whatever, it's always, things are better in my opinion just to get the initial energy or the initial ideas down. So that riff, the opening riff, actually started with that. It was just a jam session, and you always got to have your phone on you so that you can, the voice memos I think were the best thing invented for musicians.
Yeah.
Everyone uses those because you don't have time to get to Logic or Pro Tools or whatever. If you just come up with an idea, you just need to get it down real quick, and then you can go back and put it in your whatever program you use. But so this song is basically we should have just called it voice memos or something, because it's literally a combination of like three different voice memo ideas that I had from different times. So yeah, it's important to record anything that you think is cool so you don't forget it.
So you wrote the initial riff while jamming at MI in the jam rooms.
Yeah. And then some of the other riffs, like I think the intro riff was written at a different time, and we call it like the avalanche part, the chorus or whatever.
Yeah.
It feels like you're like falling, like some rocks are falling down a cliff or something.
I want to say we almost called the song Avalanche. I could be wrong.
Yeah, we definitely talked about it because it has that vibe. We're kind of calling it the chorus. There's no vocals, but we still kind of organize it in our own way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that part was a different voice memo idea. So yeah, it was kind of like me going through the Dropbox and organizing all the ideas and saying like, oh, these are all in the key of E. They're all similar to the same tempo. So that lets you know that, hey, you might be able to put them together. And that's kind of what happened with this song. It was just
so it's kind of like a big puzzle where you just put like, here's piece number 1, here's piece number 2, and then here's this piece over here, and you just kind of glue them all together. And
yep.
Some songs just come together like that.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just definitely one of those, just me listening to my ideas that I previously recorded in my phone, and then just realizing like, hey, this one would actually work with that idea. And I don't even normally do it like that. Normally I'll just start with like one voice memo idea and then just let the rest of the song kind of write itself from there. But this was one of those that I had different like voice memo ideas that I just kind of combined together, and it worked. So
What kind of stuff are you listening to at the time? Because I mean, you can definitely hear some. When I listen to it, I can definitely hear a little bit of Dream Theater, a little bit more like progressive. I don't want to say progressive because it's a really straight ahead rock song, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I know you're listening to a lot of Slash at the time.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some moments in there for sure that I think my style, what I always kind of try to do as guitar player is kind of fuse some of the bluesier, like the bluesier rock stuff with the more wild kind of technical stuff, the shredding.
Yeah.
A little bit more I don't know what's the word, just technical kind of the gymnastics of guitar playing. I kind of try to like fuse the bluesiness with the more fusiony kind of out there kind of stuff.
Guitar Olympics.
Yeah, to kind of some guys like Paul Gilbert is a great example. He does kind of what I'm trying to kind of go for. He's got feel, but he can throw some stuff in there. And Greg Howe is another guy. He's really big in the instrumental world. He's like that too. Lots of cool moments where there's these crazy like tapping arpeggio type things, but they also know how to just has like a bluesiness to it. So that's kind of because it is kind of a combination of influences like Slash and Randy Rhoads, but then you got the other guys, like I said, like more the Paul Gilberts, the some of the more modern guys, just kind of combining.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Randy Rhoads, big time.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I know that's what you do too with your drums. It's kind of a combination of some of the more solid like AC/DC Phil Rudd type drummers mixed with like Portnoy and some more of the like Morgan Rose and some more of the drummers like that.
Yeah, this song I kind of strayed away from my normal routine of just doing a lot of triplets and double bass stuff, and I kind of kept it just slamming and more simple. I mean, there's some moments here and there where I got some little tasty fills, but for the most part, we kind of kept this one simple and we wanted it to be one of those songs that you could put on while you were playing pool in a bar or just sitting in the backyard, hanging out with your friends, and you could just kind of headbang to it. There's nothing, you don't have to think. There's no crazy time signatures. There's no crazy song arrangement. It's just it's a rock song, straight up rock and roll, which is our, at the end of the day, that's what we really are. We're all about the Boston, the Guns N' Roses, and the AC/DC.
Yeah.
That'll never go out of style. That'll never get old.
And like we said before, we kind of like to take that stuff and then kind of fuse it with some of the more modern kind of technical things. So just kind of our way to kind of make our own style, I guess. But yeah, it's we always try to play for the song. I guess we try not to do things just to do them. Like if we realize like, hey, this song doesn't call for a crazy part right here, then we just keep it as bare bones as we can, keep it simple. Lady J is over there. How you doing?
All right.
It's been a while since I've seen her.
Yeah, I know. She's still living up in Alabama. I'm from Alabama, and I only go up there for like Thanksgiving and Christmas and to visit, my family and stuff.
And to record some music.
and to record music.
Yeah.
Where we record at is almost Tennessee. It doesn't even feel like Alabama anymore.
Yeah, I think next time we go up there, we should probably just go to Nashville or something, just hang out.
Yeah, I just got back from Nashville. If you're a musician, obviously it's a great and inspirational town. It's music everywhere and songwriters. It's the songwriting capital of the world. So you just go up there and spend 2 days, and you just suddenly your batteries are like recharged. You just want to write nonstop.
I love Nashville too, just like all the mountains, like when you're driving up and stuff, you see on like the side when you're driving.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
One of the coolest towns in the country for sure. It
gets a little cold up there in the wintertime, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's weird how it'll snow in Nashville, but 3 hours south in Birmingham, there's no snow.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, for sure. Good old Nashville. I haven't been there. We played that Exit. What am I thinking? Exit In. Yeah, that was the only time, but I didn't have time to even like walk around and go visit the town because it was just like sometimes when you're on tour, it's more of just kind of a in and out kind of thing where you don't have time to. It's more of just like sound check, go get some food, play the show, and then you got bus call and you're off to the next place. So that's kind of how it was when I was there last.
Yeah, that's a legendary venue right there, the Exit Inn. I think the Chili Peppers played there back in the day, the Ramones.
Yeah.
Cheech and Chong did some stand-up there. Like every band you can think of has played there. It's not a big place. It's maybe 1,000 capacity.
Yeah.
It's it's a small club, but very historical venue for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But anyways, yeah. So with this song, like I said, we were kind of going for more of a simple vibe, but it has its moments. And for the video, I think we kind of for whatever reason we just pictured like we're kind of keeping the videos pretty simple. We're kind of doing more of a playthrough kind of style, but we kind of pictured more of a blue color scheme for whatever reason. So shout out to Patrick. Pat Dingman for helping us with the artwork. He's a tattoo artist out of New York. And if you're ever up in that area, actually the rest of the guys in New Year's Day, they all got like a tattoo from him one night. I was like at Denny's or something like that because I was really hungry, but the rest of the guys did get a tattoo from him. And he's a killer artist. So yeah, he helps with our artwork. And for whatever reason, just the color blue came to our mind with this one. So my dad actually filmed it for us. So we had him film, and this was kind of my first attempt at editing. So I actually edited the video. I mean, I've kind of done a couple little things here and there, but it was definitely winging it, but it was fun. It was a fun little
came out great, dude.
Experiment. But yeah. So
fun fact, I've never been to Denny's.
Never been to Denny's? I think we went one time, like in California or something.
I thought that was an IHOP.
Either way, same thing.
Same
IHOP.
thing.
Yeah, one of them's got like the
anything's better than the awful waffle. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, Waffle House is great at like 3 a.m. when
3 a.m. Yeah, when there's no other option.
When you're playing Sky Bar, and you're in Auburn, Alabama. Ain't that right, Lady J? Waffle House at 3 a.m.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man,
that's funny.
But yeah, I wonder if I can I don't know, can I show you guys a little bit of what's going on?
Tower of Power over there.
There's you can't really see a lot. There we go. There's a little bit. I got some curtains up. Trying to turn my computer here. I just moved into a new apartment, so we kind of we finally have like a dedicated sort of recording oasis to kind of demo stuff out, and we were working on some stuff last night.
This is the vocals. This is the vocal mic right here. It looks like a big space thing right now.
Yeah,
but
they're probably like, what the hell is that back there? Yeah, it's I'm in an apartment, so I kind of do whatever I can to kind of deaden the sound a little bit, and but yeah, from here on out, we kind of finally have a place to kind of demo some stuff coming, moving forward, and we're like I said before, we're working on a whole nother album that's gonna have vocals on it after this, so we're kind of going from one extreme to the next with all of our music. We go from super progressive stuff to whatever. Some of the songs are more chill on this next album, some are more hard rock, so we just have a good time with it.
Also, shout out to Boss Amps for the wall of Boss over here.
Yes, definitely. I use the Boss stuff in a lot of the recording that I do. Just those guys are the best in the world, best in the business, and I'm not just saying that. They're the coolest guys. Every time, it really sucks that this year NAMM got canceled. COVID's been the worst thing in the world, but every year that I go up and do NAMM and work with those guys, it's always it doesn't even feel like a job. It just feels like I'm hanging out with friends. So they're always super cool, and they make just awesome products too. I've always been, you can see also behind me all the Marshalls and stuff. I've always been a really big Marshall guy, old school Marshall. Where's the 800? There it is over there in the corner. And so I was kind of one of the last ones to move on to the, kind of use some of the digital stuff here and there. But Boss just did such a good job with the katanas that it just, for all the local gigs that I've been playing since the quarantine, I've been using my katanas, and they sound just as real as the Marshalls that I played. So yeah, big shout out to them. And thank you guys for making killer amps.
Yeah.
and pedals and
pedals,
wireless systems and cables and everything else that they make. But
yeah,
I don't know. What else should we talk about? Anything else with this song? Should we just talk about some other stuff?
I was gonna ask you something earlier, but I totally spaced because we started talking about something else. And also, it's like noon over here, so I'm still waking up.
NYD support from Italy. I don't know if you're still watching or not. Thanks for tuning in. If you got any questions, let us know. If you want to know what our favorite menu item at Waffle House is, ask us. Because
it's all terrible.
It's not going to be a very complicated answer. Everyone gets the same thing at Waffle House, right? Why would you not get the All-Star? It's got everything, So.
If you want to die.
Did you get food poisoning or something from there one time?
Nah.
Probably been pretty close though. Huh?
I don't know what it is. The last time I remember going to Waffle House, we were walking down the street drinking beer with our friend Jake.
Yeah.
We walked in there drinking beer.
Yeah, we did.
And we got kicked out.
Well, the funniest part about it is they didn't say anything for like a solid half an hour, 45 minutes.
Oh yeah.
They were just like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, they didn't even ask us what we wanted to drink because they saw we were drinking Bud Light. So
the waitress was super cool though. She was very patient, and we were all just being a bunch of hooligans, just being loud and obnoxious and stupid.
Yeah.
Which is pretty normal.
We're not really here, by the way, to talk about anything super specific other than just to let you guys know to check out the video. But we kind of just wanted to hang out for a little while, just kind of talk and see what's going on. So let us know if you got any questions or anything. Other than that, we're just going to keep rambling on about some bullshit for 9 more minutes, something like that.
Yeah. Looks like there's a question from a guy named Julian.
Julian, yeah. Appreciate you. Yeah, hope you and Phoebe are doing good. Let's see what you got. Once the album is out, if touring is possible at that point, do you think you would head to Europe, especially in the UK? Well, we would love to head everywhere. We definitely want to play live, with these songs. I think it would be super fun to. We've been kind of studio rats with this music so far, so I think it would be fun to finally play it through some speakers, play it live at some point. So
yeah, definitely.
We do have to kind of get our live show together, figure out how we want to do it. Would it just be him and I, or would we get a few more members? So we'd have to kind of get some of the intricacies of the live show down, but definitely I love Europe. We got to go, I guess it was a year ago now with Hailstorm. That's crazy. It's been that long, but between that and then February, we went back just a few months after. So I went I've been twice in the last year, and it's just I know if you get to go, you're gonna love it there. It's just a fun place. I mean, and Julian, if you got any spots that you recommend we check out, to let us know, because that's one thing we try to do on tour. We ask the locals hey, where should we go? We did get to go to the oldest bar in, I think it was Southampton. Is that right? I don't know. But it was this cavey, you could tell it was the oldest bar. Is it the oldest bar in Europe? I don't even know. Or the UK. I don't.
How many years old was it? It had to be hundreds and hundreds.
Something, yeah. It was but you walk down into it. It was like a cave almost, and it was super cool bar area.
Do you remember what it was called? I kind of want to Google this now.
I don't remember what it was called. I'll have to. I think I have some pictures from there. I'd have to pull it up and figure that out. But we love doing stuff like that. So obviously Paris. The touristy thing to do is the Eiffel Tower. So we definitely did that. I almost puked on the ferry a few times. That was fun.
Did you get seasick?
Few of the times. Well, I think one of the times we went over there, it was kind of choppy seas or whatever. But it's only an hour ride, so I just got some they serve you the ginger ale is supposed to help with that stuff. So what am I kidding? I downed 10 shots of whiskey and I was good to go.
Yeah.
No, it was ginger ale, but yeah, it did help, and I didn't get sick, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you have to drive your bus on the ferry, and the bus takes you, or the ferry takes you from the UK over into the other part
of the mainland,
other part of Europe, where Germany and France is and stuff like that. So Amsterdam. That's one of the best places ever. Everybody's so happy there. It's just like the coolest place to just walk around. Chaos Reaper. What's up, man? That was really dumb, but you need to get somebody that to like. I feel like that's with a name like that, you gotta just have like a grand entrance like everywhere you go. You need like a voiceover.
Sounds metal.
Yeah.
It's gonna be our next song.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Speaking of songs, you come up with song ideas in some pretty strange places. Like I know you come up with some in the shower.
Yeah.
Some when you're like sitting at a red light in traffic. That's when a lot of mine come at the most inconvenient time. Yeah,
for sure. Like I think the like getting yourself like out of the studio sometimes and just out of when you just like go for walks, like you're just walking around, it just helps clear your mind and things just come to you. I personally like the ideas the best that kind of tell you what to do. You're not overthinking it. You're not sitting here like, oh, what should I do for this part? It just tells you like, oh, I need to do this. Those are the ideas that I like. The ones I don't even have a guitar in those situations, and then the ones that just come to you that when that happens, it's basically your subconscious kind of telling you like, hey, this is like what you're being pulled towards, so just kind of go with it kind of thing. So yeah, those are always like good situations when you get those moments of inspiration.
Yeah, for me, I know sometimes I got to go for like a 6-hour walk or a 12-hour drive, just get in my car and drive up the interstate for like hours on end and just listen to music that inspires me, and just, whatever comes up, just pull your phone out and just sing into it really quickly or just hum a melody. And then when you get back home, you got like 30 or 40 different ideas, and you can just pick some of the best ones and make songs out of them.
There's only been a couple situations where I listened back to like the voice memo and I was like, what the hell was I doing there? I can't even figure it out.
Yeah.
But other than that, usually you can, once you hear it, it'll just jog your memory and you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. And then you figure it out.
I was reading a story one time about Kirk Hammett that he had like over 400 song ideas on his iPhone.
I read about that too, and he lost it.
He lost his phone or something happened and they all got deleted and he lost all of them. And man, that sucks.
Yeah, that would, I just can't even imagine that. And the thing about it is I'm kind of bad about backing stuff up too, and I need to be better about it.
Same.
You shouldn't rely on one device to have ideas. You need to put your stuff on a few different things because you never know, what can happen. Most songs of yours came from bad circumstances, I mean, whatever helps you, whatever inspires you. If you had sometimes bad circumstances can make good songs for better or for worse, I guess. So
looks like we got like a minute and a half.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. It's it's just good old rock and roll, that's what we're trying to do.
Yes.
Oh, she got a metal zone? That's awesome. The metal zone is just one of those classic pedals that you just to have it and just put it on your shelf even. It's just cool.
It just looks cool.
Yeah. Who's the drummer? This is my friend James. He plays on pretty much everything that I do. James Renshaw. We call him the Shaw.
Yeah, man. Yours truly.
Yeah. And you'll see why he kind of plays on everything, because why would I? I mean, you don't fix it if it ain't broken, right? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
But on top of that, it's, we just have a good time. So it's just about, we've played in bands before, so we just have fun with it. So it's not like he's a hired session guy where it's like, oh, you're a good drummer, can you just come play the parts? It's like, no, we were friends before we kind of even started writing together. So that's the other thing about it too. So
absolutely,
you got to have fun when you're making music. Otherwise, why are you doing it?
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to be miserable, you might as well just,
yeah,
I don't know, do something else.
Yeah. There's no one's making you write music. So music should be like fun. And I think the best music comes when it's fun too, and you can laugh about, like, we laugh about different parts that we make, like, this is ridiculous, you know, and you know, that's what it's all about. It's having a good time with it.
All right, is it gonna time us out?
Oh yeah, I don't think it is, but go watch the video. Let us know what you think. See you guys
Later.